Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's been a while, so let's jump straight into it. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this gorgeous full coverage makeup look for the holidays. So grab your brushes and your notepad and let's get started. We're going to start off with an eye base. If you don't have one, you can use a light shade of concealer. I'm using the P. Louise base because it's the best and I got mine from their website. To blend this out, you should use a dense blending brush with soft bristles. You want to make sure that this base is smooth so you don't have patchy and like blotchy eyeshadow. The brush that I'm using is from Real Techniques and it is linked below. Look at that. Smooth, baby, period. We're using Magic, y'all. This is the Affirmation Magic Palette by Morphe and Ashley Strong, and it is everything. I strongly recommend. To start, we're gonna go in with I Am Happy, and it's a light orange kind of mango shade. We're gonna go in with I Am Thankful, which is a cool neutral brown shade, and we're gonna sweep that directly underneath. Heat of Flawless eyeshadow is blending in between, bestie. So keep a clean, fluffy brush on you so you can blend all of the harsh lines out while layering your shadows. Lastly, we're gonna take I Am Unstoppable and you're going to put this directly into your crease. We're going to use a smaller pencil brush so that way we can really concentrate this, starting at the outer V point and creating a C shape around the bulge of my lid. Go back in with that clean blending brush and blend for your life. Of course, you guessed it, we're cutting our crease. I have a full in-depth tutorial on cut creases, so check that out after you finish this video. After placing your concealer, we're going to use the same dense blending brush from earlier to set it in place. All right, bestie, we almost done. We're halfway there. You're going to go back into the darkest brown shade and tap that all over the back end of your crease. Let me just say that I am new to liquid eyeshadow. I've always avoided it. I never saw the point of it until now. I'm using this icy silver one from a black-owned company, so check for the link down below. I'm using the liquid shadow and I'm placing it all over the crease that we cut, so right on top of the concealer. Lastly, we made it to my favorite part of these eyes and I'm going into the shade I Am Creative from the Affirmation palette. Isn't she everything? And I'm putting this directly on top of the liquid eyeshadow. I love the holiday season for this very reason. The glow gets real. After you've cleaned up, blended, eyes are done, let's move on to skin. I'm going in with my Marshmallow primer from NYX, and y'all, I am obsessed with this. It smells so good and it's perfect for my combo skin. Now, the key to my flawless porcelain skin is this trick right here. You're gonna take Airspun translucent powder and apply this to your T-zone. If you have dry skin, I recommend changing the primer before using this trick, but this works wonders for us oily T-zone babes. Next, I'm going in with this cream bronzer from ABH and I'm using it to contour my face. This technique is called underpainting and this is the most effective technique for full coverage makeup. I also want to note that I do contour under my chin because I have a really long chin, so this chisels it and makes it look way shorter. Using a fluffy blending face brush from e.l.f., of course, I'm blending that out and pressing it directly into my skin. After contouring, I'm going in with this cream blush from Fenty Beauty and it is my absolute favorite, definitely melanin friendly. I'm using a stippling brush to apply this because the spiky bristles just bring the blush alive and really forms to my cheek. I also apply my blush like Mother Naomi and place it upwards into my hairline but underneath my temples. To highlight, I'm using the e.l.f. Camo concealer and guys, I'm going to be using a lot of concealer. Highlighting is literally like drawing a map. I change the placement depending on the look that I'm going for, but if you want a full video on highlighting and contouring, just comment down below. Now it's time to blend, bestie. You want to be very careful with this blending process because if you highlight the wrong areas, you will change the entire color of your face. So pay close attention at how I'm using the edges and the corners of my brush. After highlighting, I add my foundation. Now look, y'all, I messed up. Number one, I used my summer shade, which is entirely too red for me right now. And number two, I used way too much. This foundation is thick as hell, so I ended up taking some off, but watch how I finesse this. I'm also using setting spray because I like to mix my foundation. The foundation is liquid, so it helps it set like concrete, y'all. No joke. The key to porcelain skin is honestly this brush. This is the Flawless Face Brush from e.l.f. and it buffs out the thickest of products, y'all. It's time to set with powder, and I'm using my Mented bronzer, my favorite bronzer of all time, because the color is actually present on my skin. I like to pat my powder instead of sweeping it so my product stays in place. And do not forget to hit that jawline. Now, I no longer bake, but I do set my highlight areas with a lot of powder. I press it in using a loose tapered brush, and this one is from e.l.f. I'm sure y'all can tell I'm obsessed with e.l.f. by now. For my nose, I use a smaller brush because I reverse contour. I use my setting powder to carve out my nose. Contouring my nose alone just does not hit for me. Finish my nose, I dust everything off using an angled brush, get all of that powder out of the crevices and the creases. You always want to set your brows. If you don't have brow gel, you can always use setting spray on a spoolie and just comb it through. This is essential. The color of my foundation was still a little off, so I decided to use my NYX mattifying foundation powder to blur any harsh lines that my setting powder or bronzer would have left. This is how I really get that filtered look. It's like icing on a glazed donut. Morphe really has the best lip liners out, y'all, I swear. I typically use about 3 or 4 lip products to get the color that I want. I'm just a custom bitch, real material girl. And I almost forgot highlighter, my freaking fave. You want to make sure that you use highlighter anywhere natural light hits your face. Powder typically takes away dimension, so you want to use this step to bring the angles and the light back into your face. Here's a list of all of my lippies. I've had these all for a little while now, so I'll try to link what I can below. The key to my signature lip combos is honestly layers, so you want to go in with gloss and then color. I swear by this. And here is the finished look. Are you obsessed? Because I'm obsessed, okay? It's giving major holiday glam, total vibes. This look goes with any outfit for Christmas or New Year's Eve. The eyes just pop. The nude lip is a classic. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching.